Live from Jakarta, Indonesia. Bruce. Say it with me. Bruce. What's the weather there, boss?
Yeah, my people. Yeah, I remember this time, me and my old man, we were on a fishing trip up to the lake, you know, like staying in a cabin, you know, like a cabin. And he had his army buddies up there, and he kind of didn't want me around, you know, but my mother told him, you know, take the boy along. It's like a good father-son quality time thing, you know. So we're up there fishing and drinking, and, you know, well, I'm not drinking because I'm like a little kid, but the army buddies are getting all fired up and crazy, and I get bit by a mosquito, right? So I'm scratching, you know, because I was like itching, you know. And, you know, I'm seeing how, like, the mosquitoes were a pain in the neck and everything. My old man, he always hated when I was whining, you know. He was tired of me belly aching about everything. And he tells me if I don't like the mosquitoes, he can take care of it for me. Well, he gets the gas can from the motorboat and he pours the gasoline all over me. Right? Pop, I says, you know, this ain't going to stop mosquitoes from biting me. And he says, nah, but they never land on a moving target. So I said, what do you mean, a moving target? So, like, as soon as I started trying to figure out what he meant by that, like, him and his army buddies, they started flicking lit cigarettes at me. They're all drunk and laughing and flicking. I'm doing the limbo, the mambo, and the tango not to get set ablaze. Well, I couldn't see past the cruelty at that time, but as I reflect back on it now, I realized he was teaching me a valuable lesson about the dangers of cigarettes. I'll never forget that day. It was a day just like today.
Give the weather!
It's cloudy with a few scattered rain showers, ending in the afternoon, highs in the mid-40s. 1, 2, 3, 4!
Okay, here's the razor.
Okay.
You better be careful.
You better be careful.
I have those little silk protection strips on my razor.
Yeah. Everyone's hero, Rockin' Steve, is shaving our 21-year-old intern, Courtney, right now. And they're in the shower, the shaving cream is out, and he's giving her a triangular shave.
That's the difference between what we do for a living and being the president of the United States. We're doing this live on the air. We got the guy out there shaving our intern, no problem.
That's right.
You know, if we were president, we'd be in trouble for this.
Okay.
She sounds nervous.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm ready, Steve.
All right.
You better be careful.
I'd be nervous. I'd be nervous of Rockin' Steve with a sharp instrument around,
Ow! Steve! Oh, my God, I'm bleeding! Steve!
Give me a washcloth.
Get the soap. Why not? Jesus. What are you doing? How did you do it?
I never did this before.
I never did it before.
Steve, you got water on my bathroom floor.
Sorry, Courtney.
Oh, my God.
No, you guys are faking this.
No, we're not. I swear to you, I'm bleeding.
he cut you.
Stop
He just cut me.
Should I get something?
Tell Steve to put pressure on it.
We also need to see the tissue that he wipes the blood up with to prove that he actually cut you. He has to bring that back to the station, too.
Yeah, we need that.
Okay.
And you guys better hurry up because, Courtney, right after this, you're going to have to shave Rockin' Steve for another $20. $20.
No.
Why not?
Intern draws the line.
What?
See, if I got paid for this, it'd be a little different.
$20.
I'm getting the $20?
Another 20 if you shave Rockin' Steve.
And you got to shave his ass.
His ass?
We're off the air in half an hour, man.
Steve, be careful.
Sorry.
Oh, my goodness. I have to shave his ass?
You ain't shaving my ass.
Yeah. Courtney, your initials are CH. You have to put a C on one cheek and an H on the other.
All right. Steve, I'm going to shave your ass because I need $20.
I want him looking.
What do I get for it?
I want him looking like a mandrill.
What do you mean what do you get for it? You're shaving me right now. Do you see what you get? I think you got funny right here.
That's a good point.
All right, thank you. Okay, yeah, I'm shaving his ass. I want my money.
Time for movie reviews from Esther Ginn.
Esther, did you eat your sterno this morning, girl?
I sure did. I'm on fire.
And you're looking fine, Esther.
Oh, so are you, baby. I understand you need a roommate.
Yes, I do.
I've got a little spot in my house for you.
You know, Esther, I'm at the point where I might take it.
I'll make sure you're looking good every day.
Yeah, well, you know, help me out with my hair.
And fabulous foundation, too.
You know, because I got these nice big blue eyes, so I'm sure you could work around these for me, help me take the bags out.
Oh, yes. We know all the secrets to hiding things.
Like the salami.
It's candy. We hide our candy.
Rock candy.
Welcome to Gay Glossary.
Oh, God.
Now, Esther, what movies did you go see this week?
I went and saw Alien Fishy Resurrection.
Fishy.
Did we like Alien Resurrection?
Well, if you like big butch films with lesbians in them, I guess it's all right.
Now, who are you calling a lesbian now?
Well, you know, I'm not pointing fingers, but this film starred Sigourney Beaver and Winona.
The great British thespian.
Yes, and Winona Ryder.
I love Winona Ryder.
And honey, you know Sigourney wrote her.
So you suspect Sigourney and Winona Ryder, huh?
If the movie set trailer's rockin', don't come bothering the fish.
Oh, my God.
I'm sure they had wild, wet sex during that filming.
You're pretty sure about that,
Well,
huh?
where do you think they got all that gooey slime from?
Oh, man.
Esther, I got to ask you for a little advice for Courtney, our intern.
Yes.
Well, I'm looking for maybe Esther can give you a little help
I
here. Some
smell
makeup.
fish. What's going on tonight?
Oh, my God. How come he can make the fish joke?
It just works better. I mean, if you were like, I smell fish, then we'd like it from you, too. But
Yeah, but I'd be in the center square, though.
yeah, it's like hanging out with Paul Lynde.
Oh, I love her.
So, Courtney, what's the story with this date you got going on?
Well, it's Monica.
Now, if I remember, she volunteered a particular service.
Yeah, it was the
Clam
shaving of.
bumping.
She's going to do what?
Clam bump.
Now, do you need?
I don't even know that.
Do you need knee-length pants for that?
I don't know. I have never witnessed the sport.
You can do it in Chuck Berry's bathroom. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go to Bananas Comedy Club with
Right.
Monica tonight, and we
Okay.
kind of have a date.
Who makes the move, you or her?
Well, she's, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
I haven't met her yet,
Yeah,
so
but
it's kind of hard.
she asked you out, though.
That's true.
So is it incumbent upon her, Esther? You know the etiquette of these situations.
Who's going to be the man?
Well, how do you figure that out? Is that like you get a referee with a coin flip or something? Captain Esther, this is
I just flip him over.
Esther elects to receive.
These boys want gory details. You're getting them going now.
Well, no, I mean, do you tell her you want to give her a kiss? What do you do? Or you just reach
Oh,
down
you
under
never
the table?
tell. You never ask and you never tell. You just do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to drop your handkerchief? Something old-fashioned
Oh,
like that?
no.
Don't drop your handkerchief around Esther.
Hell no. My handkerchief's got a bungee cord on it when you're around.
I hope that's snot in there, boys.
Oh, Esther, you're so funny.
It's Cooper Tobin Show. Right now, on the line with us, the publisher of Penthouse magazine, Mr. Bob Guccione. How you doing today, Bob?
Doing well, thank you.
That's good. That's good. Now, first things first, I think we got to talk about the big offer you've made to Monica Lewinsky. $2 million to appear semi-nude, not even actually in the Penthouse style. What made you decide to do it, and do you think there's any chance that she'll accept the offer?
Well, the nudity, it's really modest, semi-nude pictures that we're asking for, but that is together with the worldwide exclusive on her story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if indeed there is a story, if she tells Ken Starr something different than she told in her last deposition, then we're willing to pay $2 million.
So you wouldn't be willing to pay $2 million if she said I didn't do anything with him?
If she said she did nothing, then there is no story, and Monica passes quietly into history. But if indeed there is a story, she faces instant wealth, instant celebrity, and Bob's your uncle.
Isn't that in some ways almost an incentive to lie if there isn't a story?
Actually, it is. But is she going to lie under oath to Ken Starr? I don't think so. It certainly is an inducement for her to tell the truth if there is a truth to be told. But to lie, I shouldn't think so.
Well, I've always considered Penthouse a higher authority anyway, to be honest with you. Now, this semi-nude concept, is that you shoot the left side or the right side? How does that work
well,
exactly?
we want to show she is not the kind of girl that you would normally see in a magazine like like
No,
that.
no, she's not.
We all know that.
Yeah.
It's kind of the old P.T. Barnum penny arcade concept of what the butler saw. We want to see what the president saw. So a picture of the top of her head might be sufficient.
Maybe you could do one of those hologram things where her head moves, up and down.
We have a guest here, somebody that is a member of the Kennedy family by way of marriage. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Welcome, Arnold. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing today?
The real problem is he didn't get both teeth down.
I know. I have to ask you about that. That whole family looks like it was fathered by John Elway.
Yeah, they have some big teeth.
Yeah, they have some big Mr. Ed-looking teeth.
They look like a smiling piano. Stupid Kennedy teeth.
So, Arnold, I mean, what happened? You were out there skiing in Aspen with the Kennedy family. There was about 30 of you out there gathered together for the holiday, New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And, Michael goes and slams into a tree while holding a video camera in one hand, and he had no ski poles either.
Mike, it's ski poles are good for picking up litter, but not good for catching a football.
That's right. I wanted to get into that.
Your hands would be occupied, you see.
Now, this is a game that the Kennedys have been playing apparently for years. What they do is they take a water bottle, they fill it with snow and ice, and it turns into a football, and they all ski down the slopes, passing the ball. And I guess you pick teams ahead of time, Arnold?
Yeah, of course you pick the teams. Why, do you pick them during the game? You stupid ass. You haven't played many sports, obviously.
Now, who are the captains for this? Who picks the teams?
I always choose the St. Bernard. I'm a big drinker. Uncle Ted Kennedy always makes best friends with the St. Bernard. Right at the beginning, you get the brandy back. Well,
Yeah. Kind of figured that one out there, Arnold.
Ask me what pattern Michael Kennedy was running.
What was he running?
Down and out cold. It was a funny joke. I can't wait for the holidays. We get around, we all got to write jokes during the year. Then when we get together with the Kennedys, we all make the jokes.
Now, this had to be a little tragic for you guys, Arnold. I mean, I'm sure you're a little upset inside, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm upset. Well, Greenpeace is upset over the tree destruction, of course. They're a little bit pissed about that, but the tree was hurt. And also Michael took a tree in the face, so he was hurt as well. And his bite was worse than the bark.
Don't you feel a little bit sad for Aunt Ethel, of course, losing son David back in '84 to a drug overdose? Now, son Michael, it only leaves her with 9 kids.
But what the hell you having 11 kids for? You can't spare. You got to be able to spare a couple. I feel bad when people have like 3 kids and you lose 2. That's a tragedy. What the hell you doing in the first place?
It's like more room under the Christmas tree, basically. You know?
But most disappointed in the whole scenario.
Right.
Most disappointed was Frank. Let's go to the videotape Gifford. He was upset. It was his son-in-law and all. But
Right.
He was really upset because he won't get any more sympathy for that hit he took from Chuck Bednarik. Sort of off the map. You should see the way he milks that. Comes in limp. Oh, my neck.
Oh, Arnold, thanks so much for coming in and joining us this morning.
Always a pleasure.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
There you go, baby.
Oh, man. Hey, who knew? 40s man is here. All right, when you hear that Glenn Miller stuff, you know it can only mean one thing. 40s, how you been, baby?
Say, you hornswogglers.
Yeah. Hey, let me introduce you to the new guy here. This is Mark Cooper. He's from upstate, Rochester.
Nice to meet you. How you doing today?
I thought you were the Campbell Soup Kid. Cooper, eh? Your old man a barrel maker?
Well, that's good stuff there, 40s man.
Yeah, you're right on top.
I went over Niagara Falls in a barrel a time or two.
Yeah?
You from Niagara, ain't you there, Coop?
No, I'm actually from Rochester.
Rochester? Why, I ain't seen the likes of him since the Jack Benny show. I see you inherited his voice.
Yes, sir, Mr. Benny.
So, the Panthers headed down Dallas way and mauled the Cowboys to the tune of 23-13. You don't need to be Inspector Clouseau to figure out the Cowboys have about as good a chance at making the playoffs as a Japanese paraplegic had of outrolling the big one in Nagasaki.
Oh, boy.
You know the anniversary of Pearl Harbor is come and gone. Did you say your prayers?
Yes, I did, as a matter of fact.
There I was dancing to Tea for Two with Honolulu. Morning came and she went out to check the mail. After the air raid was through, you could have put her in an envelope.
Ouch.
But I digress. Pay attention to me, new guy.
I'm paying attention there, 40s man.
Stop futzing with the controller. So, the Rangers skated past the Wile E. Coyotes to the tune of 3-1 they did. I don't care much for the sport of hockey, though.
Is that right?
Although I still root for the original 6. But what's this crap with women playing tomorrow night on national television?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's an international game, I believe.
Yeah.
The only time a broad should be near ice is when she's fixing to rob Roy.
Maybe a boxcar.
The only time... That was a good one, Johnny.
Yeah, thanks.
That's why you get all the laughs. You're a regular Harold Lloyd, you are.
Yeah, he's always been an inspiration.
Are you the 6th Mark's brother, Jono?
Yeah, Jono. That's good for you.
Shut up, Rocket Steve.
You shut up.
I hear you smooch the boys.
Yeah, I did today.
You're a faggot.
Hey, 40s, man, we don't use
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, we don't use that kind of terminology any longer.
I don't
40s.
use your terminology. I'm 40s, man.
Yeah,
See?
I guess you are. Okay.
The only time a dame should think about a goal is when it's related to her chores. Getting back to the ice hockey, these ladies.
Now, what's a good chore for a woman?
Oh, I think running the hovercraft over the carpet. Maybe even cleaning the chaise lounge or ironing my shirt. Or a pair of slacks. I'm 40s, man, boys. And I got to scram.
All right, take it easy, 40s, man. If you walk strange, stay on the range. Casey Martin won't make my heart bleed. Don't care if he's deaf, don't care if he's blind. If he wants to drive a vehicle, he can mow the back nine. He wants an exemption to ride on the course. That's like chauffeuring a jockey who can't ride a horse. Won't see me suing like I got some right to play pro basketball, being short, fat, and wide.
Cooper, you ignorant slut. You need a kick in the nuts. Gonna tell Casey Martin that the open is shut. I hope that he hits a ball and it banks off the wall and it lodges up your anus in the handicap stall. You wanna cripple his dream, double the ream, just 'cause you can't shoot under 103. Golf is a-changing, you know it's a fact. Hey, the guy who beat the Masters down in Georgia was black. And I know I'm right,
And I know you're wrong, but Rodney King has told us that we must get along. I'm changing my mind, ain't important to walk, since Rockin' Steve's in radio and can't hardly talk. Good morning, it's the Cooper and Tobin Show, and just a sad day in the world today.
Yeah.
As Mr. Henny Youngman, 91 years old, 91 years young,
Yes.
passed away last night. Will always be known for his love of the one-liner and the quip. Just a great comedian, one of the all-timers.
I have
Alzheimer's,
patterned
one of
my
all-
entire stand-up career on Henny Youngman. I really have. If only we could do some fitting tribute to him on the air.
I know, you just wish
That
you
could actually reflect the majesty of the man.
Well, I just wish I'd had a chance to talk to the man. You know, the man, he's passed away, and he's one of those people that I just wish I'd had the opportunity to speak to.
Is that the hotline?
I just wish I'd had the chance to talk to him at some point in his life, but it's just so sad.
Boy, I love this crowd. This room is hot tonight.
From heaven.
That's amazing.
He's here. Oh, my God.
Let me tell you, a man walks into a psychiatrist's office. He says, "Doctor, please, nobody listens to me anymore." Doctor says, "Next." Going to my doctor. I said, "Doctor, it hurts when I do this." He says, "Don't do this." Doctor says, "Mr. Schwartz, your check came back." Mr. Schwartz says, "Yeah, so did my arthritis." My hotel room is so small, when I put the key in the door, I break the window. Even the mice are hunchback.
Henny, you're killing me.
I love this crowd.
Wow, the magic of radio, guys.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Henny, how do you like it up there in heaven, Henny?
Oh, it's wonderful. You know what? I got my wife back.
You got your wife back.
That's right. Quick my wife, please.
That's great.
Congratulations. Henny Youngman all the way from heaven.
Hey, Henny.
What?
Any truth to the rumor you're going to be buried in a violin case?
Well, I don't know about that, but I played golf today. I feel wonderful. I broke 70. That's a lot of clubs to break.
All right, thanks, Henny. We'll let you get on to bigger and better things.
Wow. Opening in heaven with the new material. Way to go, Henny.
Oh, boy. He's got new material, 100% polyester.
I don't know about heaven, but I hope it's catered by the Jews.
And now, it's time for another installment of Dyslexic Comedy Playhouse.
Oh, ma'am, honey, I.
Oh, that's great, dear. Just leave it on the counter. I'll put it away.
K.O.
Hot legs, busty babes. Oh, honey, I said Tums, not smut.
Sorry, am I.
That's okay, dear. I know. Why don't we go upstairs and cuff?
Join us next time for another installment of Dyslexic Comedy Playhouse.
All right.
Let's talk about other local comedy. In fact, that's what I wanted to mention.
Well, there are a lot of funny people in the Rochester area. Some
of
them are Dan Liberto, Mike D'Ambra. There's Casey Moriarty. There's Del Rivers, our friend here, who has a little side stand-up career. We're trying to wean him away from it, but he's still been infected.
By the way, Del is the local comedy genius.
Local comedy
genius.
Yeah, he's unrecognized.
Why don't we have Del just say hi? Hi, this is Del. Do some sounds for
Do a sound effect, though. Give us the machine gun.
Here's a laser. That's talent. That's talent.
I'll vouch for him. He did it with his mouth.
I thought he had a pocket laser there.
Gee.
Or is that a roll of quarters?
Like we say, we stay away from sex.
It's so easy.
Although anatomy,
that is not sex. That is not sex humor. That is double entendre.
Double entendre.
I'll teach you guys about that later on.
Parlez-vous anglais?
All right, guys, let's get Bart in here.
Hey, yeah. Let's look at the host here.
Right, 89.7 WITR is where you are tuned. The Rochester Sessions.
We both talking at the same time, not anymore. Anyways, Rochester Sessions, our guests tonight, in case you haven't noticed, are Spilt Milk, a comedy group. And we'll be talking to them in just a minute. In fact, they'll definitely be speaking real soon.
I pushed my cough button.
Yeah, you pushed the cough button, it didn't work. Anyways, let's just talk about what we heard in that set. We started off with Burning Timber, and Mark was saying earlier how they're just a bunch of kids based in the 17.
Oh, yeah, well, that was
really good stuff.
So Jason Bonnevilla, Dave Capaccio, and John Bonnevilla. No, I was saying I saw them at Idols, and they really, these guys are like 17 years old, and they really kicked out. I was really impressed with them. They're going to be at Backstreets on February 22nd, 9 o'clock. They'll be the Solution, so you might want to check them out. They're really worth seeing.
Tight band, real tight band.
Burning Timber, right here on Rochester Sessions. Then, right after that, we went into Projectiles, who have a new 7-inch out, and quite a good one, I might add, at that. And what's the name of the song that we heard from? Anybody remember?
Come back.
Oh, it's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. I just can't even remember the title of it.
I want to come back from the world of LSD.
That was Dave Sebastian?
And then, the last song you heard. And the last song, we actually have the vocalist in our studios with
Del Rivers.
Oh, yeah.
Del Mania.
Del Rivers. And Del, tell us a little bit about that song.
Well, I'm a record collector, as everyone knows. And that song was done by the Crickets, not with Buddy Holly. It was after Buddy Holly died, and it was an obscure song, and I figured I'd do a cover of that, and I called the Projectiles up, had them come down, and I was very interested in putting out a 45. That's hopefully going to be an A-side, and I did a few takes on that.
So what's going to be a B-side? Maybe cover of Bobby Goldsboro's
either original or...
Devil went down to Georgia.
Tonight.
Well, hopefully it's going to be called Del Rivers and the Electric Cowboys, but for anyone who's listening, it's the Projectiles, but don't tell.
Okay, so don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Anyways, now we're back here with the Spilt. Is it the Spilt Milk or just
just Spilt Milk?
Spilt Milk. Okay, so apologies right there. Okay, guys, let's go on a roll here. Let's just talk real quick. All right, let's just talk about some things. What do you usually pick on when you do you make fun of things or do you?
No, we do
society.
A lot of
society in general.
We do a lot of religious humor.
But we already talked about religion. Let's talk about
whatever is the established norm of thought in the society.
But what if it's right though?
If it's right, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, we're not necessarily.
You can still laugh at it. There's a lot of funny things.
I love,
You can laugh at
I love. Let me tell you something. Now, here's a good analogy. Nothing's sacred. My favorite person that's ever walked the planet would probably be John Lennon. But I've heard a couple of good jokes, and I laughed. So that's the point.
Okay.
Well, nothing's sacred.
Sure.